Oh, hello. Oh, I'm glad someone showed up. I wasn't sure how this one is gonna go.
How was Bali?
Yeah, good. It's about 6:30 in the morning.
Wow, good effort. Looks beautiful.
There are already two artists chattering in the corner, the early birds. Well, actually, I don't think they slept. Jet lag is fucking up everything. Not for the faint-hearted to travel at this rate and show up. No, I think most people are still in bed dealing well with it, but just said that she woke up every hour and Mike is from Oregon. He traveled here for over 33 hours and I don't think he slept either. Yeah. But how's everyone? How is everyone doing back home? So good to see this, my happy Saturday. Is it Saturday for everyone? Or not yet?
Friday.
No. Okay. I might just jump straight into sharing the screen. I am so looking forward to hear what's been happening in your world. I feel like I've been so left out of the loop for so long. All right. Let's make sure that, so what I'm really happy about that it's like hot and humid. I know it's not everyone's jam, but trust me, after freezing my ass in Poland, like Queensland, obviously Gold Coast was warm, but this is like humid. I like humidity. It's not too bad this time of the year. Um, oh, sharing is not turned on. What do I need to do? Oh, I'm not signing. Okay, sorry guys, just 1 second. Hello. While I'm doing this, drop in the chat one thing that you're looking forward to do this weekend, something not art related, or maybe art related if you're catching up on art stuff on the weekend, but I would like to hear what you're looking forward to this Saturday and Sunday. Um, okay, I'm in. That's Poland. Oh, happy birthday, Althea. When was it and when did we miss it?
Hey, sorry, I'm just in the car at the moment, but yeah, it was on the 30th of October. Yeah. So this was the only day I
Oh,
could catch up with the family. Oh,
fair
tomorrow,
enough.
sorry. Yeah.
Oh,
Yeah.
happy birthday, darling.
Thank
And
you.
I will see you in like just over a week. How exciting.
Yeah, that's so cool. Yeah, yeah. Do you know what area? Are you near the city or?
Good question. Yeah, do you know where they do the show once a year? It's near
Yeah,
some
yeah.
sort of arena showground.
Oh, okay, like the Royal Adelaide show,
Yeah.
that one? Or yeah, yeah, cool. Yeah, so in probably Goodwood area. Yeah.
Yeah, yeah, that one, the Goodwin stop.
Yes. Oh, awesome. So you're going to do that road where they've got the murals out the front? You're going to do a new one, or is it something
No,
else?
no, I'm just doing, they just paying me a
Ah,
lot of money to go to the tram stops again.
ah, sweet. Yeah, yeah, yeah.
Yeah.
Oh, awesome. Yeah, I'm going to be so busy when you come. Like, I've got back-to-back murals until the end of the year, but I'll try and like make
Good.
it work. So, yeah.
Yeah, and look, I don't want to interfere with anyone's day. I got Valentina messaged me as well. We can just do a
Oh,
dinner or a
cool.
breakfast, whatever it's easier for you guys, no stress.
Yeah, awesome.
I
That'd be
love to
lovely.
see you. And then we got eating Japanese food. I like that. Rachel is working on weekend. And we got being in nature by the water in the rainforest. That sounds lovely. Shelly cleaning my apartment always makes me feel aligned. Yep. I cleaned my studio like a maniac before leaving because I like coming home to an organized space. And I literally had the luggage exploded in the middle of the studio in between the two trips, and I was like, nope, I'm gonna tidy up. And having the belated birthday, so lovely. Yeah, we are gonna just bunker down and do some workshops this weekend, and then we have an adventure day in Bali planned on Monday. So I didn't want to be a tourist on the weekend. I don't know if it's a big difference here, but I figured that's gonna be slightly better. So awesome. Can everyone see my screen when I share? Oh, shared is not turned on again. There's something wrong, Mikey. Do you have the host rights?
No, I am logged in using the support email now.
I am logged in as Mural Norman is not allowing me to share.
Let me check.
And it's saying the host isn't allowing sharing for this meeting. So I am not the host. Who is the host if I'm not the host? I just logged in. It's a bit weird. I'm going to start reading them without sharing the screen. If you guys want to open them up on your phone, we're going with the flow. But I'm going to click on news. So it's going to share from the latest one to the oldest. And then I'm going to try to go and see who was the first person to share. I see I missed a couple of spots. But I think was Sarah, Martha, Tina. No, hold on. Okay, welcome Petra. Business name, I'm just gonna quickly read her intro in case you missed it and you haven't welcomed him, but business name Petra Laclama, based in Netherlands, Europe. So far, she created several murals, 15 indoors and 2 outdoors. Woo, we have an indoor mural master. And her favorite way to relax is walking in nature, traveling, and of course, painting. And you can find her work on Instagram, art Petra Klama. I don't know if I'm saying that right, but if you haven't welcomed yet, she's the latest addition to the mural business family here. So keen to have my discovery call with her, and then we're going to jump straight into Althea's. So I know you're driving, so I can read it for you. But wins generating lots of leads and might be booked up until March now. Yeah. Started 1 of 4 murals. They'll need to be completed by the end of the year. And the Strawberry Farm people decided to go with the clear code. That's good. Will be filmed whilst painting a mural by a local YouTube channel that promotes local South Australian artists. That's awesome. What's the name of them? Who is it?
So it's a couple. They just do it at volunteer based at the moment. So Alex and Victoria, and it's called Art in Adelaide. It's a really interesting channel, and yeah, they cover all different types of art, which is really great. So yeah.
Do you know how long they've been doing it for?
I think it's just over a year now, maybe 2. Yeah.
And yeah, Tanya's making a good point. Where are you at with the 10K club? Send us some KPIs.
Yeah, so I'm like $5,000 off at the moment. So if everything goes smoothly this month and I get paid, then I'm in.
Yeah, I know it's frustrating because it is like that. We hang on to the delays of the clients. I
Yes.
remember there was another artist that was on the verge for like 2 months until the money's in. That's the name of the game, right? And the
That's
visa
it,
for
yeah.
Thailand literally changed last week and can no longer do work away at any volunteering is now considered work. I'm still going to scope
Yeah.
out some roles for a couple of years' time, but the volunteer visa is rather expensive. Oh, how much?
So it's 500 US, but you can stay there. I think it's like 180 days. So yeah, I might look into that in a year's time because my husband can also jump on the digital nomad visa while we're there. But
Yeah.
yeah, for this time around, it's not worth it. It's too much of a rush. But I was really upset because I had a workaway lined up where I had like free accommodation, food, yoga classes, and everything. And then he sent me like a message saying, "I'm so sorry, the police are checking," and like it's just
Oh,
changed.
wow. The
Yeah.
police
So,
are taking- I wonder why.
yeah.
Like the visa here, they did changes too. They now want there's like an extra test that they added like the
Yes.
last something. So something is happening, or is that time
Yeah.
of day?
Yeah, I saw the same for Bali as well because I was going to do the same thing, and then I was like, oh, yeah, it seems like they consider it work. I guess because you're going to take away from a local person, but then you're also giving for free. So I don't know, it's very strange, but anyway,
Yeah.
yeah.
There you go, guys. Be careful when you pick the place to do outreach to test it out as a holiday destination. Maybe do it in a nice place in your country first, or if you have a dual
Yeah.
passport, the other country of your dual passport. But yeah, Bama, keep us posted though if you hear anything different, okay?
Yeah, will do, will do.
I don't know how to help on that one, but ChatGPT the shit out of it as well. And maybe like I would say, I don't know how comfortable you feel about it, but if you, I mean, no, I wouldn't. I was about to say to post it in the big mural artist group, but honestly, there's very little artists that travel and paint. And if anyone does it, it's probably a graffiti person, and they don't ask for permission. So that
Yeah.
is not necessarily needed. Sorry, got nothing there. We here in
It's okay.
Bali though, yeah, went to the on this topic, we went to the spray paint shop and it was really the Bali version of a spray paint shop. They cannot afford to have good brands like Montana because what you guys need to understand, I guess, if you're gonna travel to poorer countries, is that Montana products, like the cost of producing that can limits their reselling cost at a certain price. So Montana spray cans, like they can literally not sell to a reseller a can for like less than $9. So even in like there, they would never store something so expensive and sell it to the kids here. So they have actually their own Balinese brands, Indonesian brands, which Drapple got super excited about. I'm a little bit concerned, but we don't need to do anything permanent. However, just behind or like next to the spray paint shop, there is alleyway, and it's a free graffiti wall, and they were actually quite
PJ, PJ,
about it. They were like, "Oh, if you just want to," am I back?
yeah.
You're back. So I'm back. The line is so bad. Okay. Let me change how. Let me try this. Is this working better?
Yes.
Yeah. Okay. There are 3 different passwords, 3 different Wi-Fi's in the same space, and they call different things, but I think they
So
map
much
for
better.
yeah. Okay. Awesome. Nice. Thank you. Thank you for pointing that out. I didn't know it was bad. Yeah, spray paint alleyways. So if you guys ever still want to try to paint and not be illegal, legal
Do
graffiti
you want to come
walls
help me cook? Is that right?
are
Yeah.
usual. Althea, can I have you to mute yourself?
Not much for this part, but oh, it's colder today, isn't it?
Althea, babe, can I have you to mute yourself? I can't mute you. We just gonna listen to the conversation going there too. Anyway, this is done. Who else we got here? Tina, so she's not on the call. However, we have a German person here at the retreat, which makes me so excited. They literally have the same accent. It's like when I close my eyes, I think Tina is here, which is very funny. Wins finally finished a mural at the local mental health clinic. They were really grateful, and there is going to be a newsletter article about it. Yay! Finally back in the design game. Attached you find one halfway finished for my town. The soapbox car race for kids was invented here in the 1904 or so. So there will be even more of the little cars in the middle of the left part of the design. What do you think so far? I think she's talking about this one. Whoa, this is a very long design. Okay. If you guys want to see it, it's a very beautiful design with a start. It's a narrow, long kind of fence-like place wall, but it has like a start sign and her colors and design and people change. This is really cool. This is gonna be so cool. I love the flow. I love the colors. I love how you managed to incorporate so many elements, like the building and the people cheering. Like, I assume it's very like related to the town. So this is very clever. Hell yeah. And she's gonna put more cars through it, from what I'm understanding. So if you guys want to see it, sorry, I cannot share the screen. I don't know what's happening. It's still not allowing me. How annoying. Anyway, let's not get distracted. And yeah, this is the mural that she painted for this place that I was just reading. And then the local business association sent out my offer for the shop window painting in the newsletter. One day later, I already have 3 jobs starting in 2 weeks. Nice. And I feel so blessed with all the nice work lined up for the next year after my Portugal trip. Killing it. Struggles though. My program here will end in January, I guess, but I'm struggling to get through with all the cool videos because I want to do them with the tasks, not just browsing through. Every week I set myself time for it and skip it again and not just browsing through. Every week I set myself some time, because there's something else important to do, which I'm doing first. I might have to watch them while traveling. Yeah, remember guys, like I will move the core videos. Like, not I will move them. They are in the Muralist corner. And when you signed up for the program, it did say that you have lifetime access. Lifetime access is not realistic in anything online, because if the internet crashes or if I go bankrupt, the program ceases. But the lifetime access means that I decided the core exercises will be available for like as long as I keep mentoring and I keep paying for the Muralist corner. I'm using it as a place to deploy those videos. So you have time after you graduate to still access them. It's just not going to include the scaling up or the webinars. It's just going to be like the core 7 modules that were there when you signed up. Also, if you want to stay in the program, the re-enrolling condition, just to mention it, because I know someone is about to do it, is just to pay for a 101 and it will give you a whole quarter. But you also get a 101 and you just stay in the program. So I decided to do it this way until the end, which I'm closing shop in August. So if you guys wanna stay together, these are the options. And the last one, also enjoy the company here and the weekly calls. They give me some kind of routine. I'm worrying about the time next year and already think about it. What kind of coaching program could I invest in next? Maybe some money related or female empowerment thing. I will maybe then do a little bit of a class on this, because there's been some good things and some bad things happening with the graduates from last year. Unfortunately, there's been some bad investments. Not like it's good to think every program is good. Unfortunately, that's not the reality of what's happening out there. So I will give you some tips on what to ask and what to look for when you look for another program, and what questions definitely to ask in order to make sure that you get exactly what you are expecting. At the same time, consider having a couple of months not being mentored, because the biggest implementation for people like Binks and from some of the graduates from the UK last year, they happened when they stopped being mentored. So when they had to sit alone with their skills and with their time and actually find that solidity in the habits that they have been in the program. So also don't build like an absolute codependence from it, and just re-meet yourself. Spend some time re-meeting yourself and then evaluate your options. These are probably just to give you some quick tips. And don't start freaking out yet. The year is not over. We still have a little while to go. Okay, so that was Tina from Germany. Martha, you're on a call. Do you want to read it?
Yeah, sure. Where is it? 1 second. Okay, so I'm in talks about 3 murals, and I have a window booked. 2 of them said to me that they want to go ahead, but I haven't got deposits yet. One of them was the one that I wanted, that I like manifested. I reached out and I emailed them, and she was so excited. They're just renovating, so she says she wants to do it in January. Oh, sorry. Yeah, one I manifested I'm very excited about, and another I think will push my practice in an interesting direction, because she's an Indian lady and she wants to bring in like Indian like textiles or henna vibes with the flowers. So I thought that could be cool. Ready to design a mural, designed a mural, ready to paint next week, booked another window and very busy. Finished doing a neighborhood window mural, realized how much I've improved. trying this thing called having a work-life balance, and I'm enjoying everything a lot more. Struggles, while I've been spending a lot of time on consultations and emails with potential clients, I've not done much outreach. I think I need to have a real think about who and what I want to paint and manifest it. Yeah, because I think that'll make it more exciting as well. Oh, you're mute.
Yeah, I love that you're approaching it that way as well. So like massive congratulations for that, because it comes from a place like, who do I want to work with, instead of like, I'm desperate and anyone and everyone will do. So Martha, again, I don't know if you noticed, but like who you were when you signed up for this and the way you think now, completely different people. I'm so proud of you. But I love also that you're feeling like called again to test and stretch your style. I feel like it's a cycle with you too. I love that too. This Indian lady, sometimes there are like projects like that just show you a little bit a new tempting, path. And also don't be too like having projects for January right now, guys, is where you should be filling out time. Funnily enough, I realized that 2 artists do that too. I realized that in Poland, they were not all fully booked out, but they were all trying to be booked out for January and February because they were like these low months. So it's definitely a technique that's starting to to spread across different industry. Yeah, no, while you're not doing much outreach, what is stopping you?
I think because these talks about these 3 murals, and 2 they said they wanted to go ahead, and I feel like I've been very busy with work, and it's probably not sensible to like trust this, but I'm like, oh well, if they all come through, then I'm booked for ages. And I have enough illustration and stuff that there's no financial stress.
That's good. However, I'm here to remind you and tell you that in my opinion, doing outreach and like, if you guys can really make it a weekly habit, it's going to be so ingrained in the bones of your business that you're never going to have a dry season ever again. And like, what I ask myself every week is not like, do I need to do outreach? Like ask Mikey. Like when we thought we were booked out until March, I didn't tell her to stop outreach. Like that is just a weekly task. The question is like, what are we doing outreach about? So instead of looking for my next, normal jobs, we will be like, let's try to get a 10-story skyscraper. It might not work, but I'm like, I'm doing outreach anyway. So, or let's reach out to some festivals. Let's reach out for some collaborations. But I'm not stopping outreach, because that is like, is just a task that has to happen, because it has to keep the momentum and the opportunity generation going. Remember, like a lot of leads, or who here already had a situation where someone reached out to you from a very old piece of outreach, like a post you've done ages ago or a message you sent it so long ago? Has it already happened? Yeah, so even to you, Martha. Okay, great. It's really just opportunity generation. So don't approach it from the angle like, oh my God, I'm going to get too much work, because the universe is going to feel that you're scared of opportunities. So the universe is not really going in a calendar linear way, right? It's just sparking seeds in people's minds. So if I can challenge you by the end of the year to try to make, like, even guys, if it's the poop break that I always talk about, but to make sure that every week you have the one time a week that you can tick off and say, I've done my coordinated plan outreach. Like what I want you to kind of be mentally proud of. And you know how confidence is built by repetition and like saying you're going to do something and doing it. So if anything, that moment of outreach that you stick to with whatever plan is going to do these 2 things. Is going to grow that muscle of confidence that you believe that you said you're going to do it, and then you do it because you give yourself the opportunity every week. Just like you give yourself the opportunity to show up on this call and prove yourself that you're doing it when you say every week, which is just going to build you into a much stronger, more confident person. But if you then can use that as a play to either generate work or generate opportunities for other big creative things, you're going to see your business scaling up. Because when you reach out for a 10-story building and you do it from a place, I have so many leads, I have too much work, like the energy that goes into that outreach is what the universe froths about, because you're doing it for a moment of confidence. It's like, I don't need it, but I'm gonna ask it anyway. And so that's actually where I want you to do outreach, when the times are good, not when you're desperate, because it's when it's more powerful. Yeah.
Yeah.
Say thumbs up if you guys got the point and you're excited to do outreach when you're busy. Good. Amazing. And personal work, blah, blah.
Yeah, I
Catch
just
up
feel like my personal development is just like fell off. Maybe I need to book myself in as a client. That's what I've done in the past, and just be like, okay, I have 3 days where I can do personal work, which is like not going to be booked for anything paid.
Yeah, do it. I showed you guys. I schedule my gym, I schedule my walks, I schedule everything in my calendar. Like my I need to be booked in my calendar, like my nail appointments, everything, but especially like my chill time is booked in my calendar. So nothing wrong with that. Totally approve it, actually. Do it, do it. Cool. And then we have Sarah. Oh my God, who is saying how amazing and magical the mural she's painting is coming? Like, again, it's taking her so long because every time, poor thing, she needs to unpack and repack, and she's doing it around a full-time job. But this girl came to Australia, did an incredible design, barely painted anything like a mural, and this is her first mural. Like, I am jealous. My beginning of the portfolio did not look this professional. She like I'm almost, yeah, like, oh my God, it's so good. So she's been editing her website as well. She's seen a lot of area where I can improve, uploading a lot of mock-ups and images as thumbnails, making images aligned. Don't go down the rabbit hole, babe. You don't need too much to convince people that you're gonna nail the next mural. Remember that. Don't go full rabbit hole onto this. I found a pro photographer that I've been thinking hiring for my first wall. Just an option, still looking into it. Wondering if anyone has hired a photographer before, and if so, what's your experience like? If I couldn't take it myself, I realized I'm not good at taking pro photos yet. Proud of my mural, is coming together nicely. I would say definitely yes to a photo shooting. I don't know if hiring one, like I always find people that are happy, like I try to support up and coming photographers as well. So I still pay them, but a pro photographer, like I hired one, I wasted $3,000 and I was disappointed. She came when I wasn't fully prepared. She was very pregnant, made me kind of feel a little bit weird about it. Anyway, it was a lot of money and I barely use these photos. Setting up stuff on a tripod for yourself and photographing some tools in front of a mural can be good to do by yourself. And then if you can get, yes, someone with a professional camera that has some experience with portraits, sometimes even press and media, when they come, they can give you the photos they take of you. I just don't want you to be too much out of pocket. So you can even post in Facebook again and just be like, proud muralist here. It's going to be a great opportunity to pitch your mural without pitching your mural. And you're just going to share the photo of your mural in many Facebook groups and just be like, proud beginner muralist here. I'm looking for a photographer that's not going to cost me an arm and a leg to immortalize my first mural at this amazing school. Does anyone have any recommendations? And this way you're going to put your mural out, pitch some mural work, and hopefully find photographer that's not going to cost you too much that wants to come and support you with some headshots. Maybe someone is going to even offer for free. Give it a chance before jumping onto like a couple of $1,000s photo shooting. Although I do believe this mural totally deserve it, don't get me wrong. But like what's disappointing about murals, like you don't want, if you even if you get 15, 30 photos of the same like mural, I guarantee you're not going to use all of them. So it's better get them for not like, you know, if when you're going to have a couple of murals and you can still go to all of them maybe, but I wouldn't want to spend that kind of money for just like a photo shooting around the same one kind of mural, because you're going to definitely use only 3 to 5. So that's, anyone else here has something to say about this?
I do. I was actually just writing a message that photographers might be able to do a wider shot than normal, you know, which can be good because then you can, you know, place text on the left and text on the right and have a really great wide website shot. But in my experience, you can capture great photographs yourself, often in a longer time limit, because photographers, you book them per hour usually, and then you end up looking at the photos and you think, oh, I've got a lot of photographs of my head and face and smiling, but not as many of the, you know, hands up doing the painting. And they're all things that really we can capture by ourselves with a tripod, like you said. That's just my input.
Yeah, no, I actually agree. You might also feel stressed when it's a time thing. And what I highly encourage all of you guys to do, I have it on my phone, write it down if you don't have it yet, is to have a pose inspo folder. I have it saved in my Instagram. Every time I see a nice picture of a mural artist, either posing, painting, having some nice photos, I save it. So then when I have people around me taking photos, even my friends or my ex-partner, or when I had a photographer coming, I'll show them that inspo folder, because those are photos that, in my opinion, look good for a mural artist to have. So spend some time asking yourself what kind of photos you want with this mural, or even of your tools, and then see the ones that you can do yourself. Obviously, having a professional camera helps, like the quality. But when this photographer comes for 1 hour session, if you have some example photos, it's going to be also faster for him to, or her, to like copy them or give you a similar vibe. I hope this helps. And once again, super beautiful mural. I'm having a hard time sharing navigating this since the start. The school caretaker tradie is being polite and helping me, who lives and works behind the school. I got to a point in recent weeks where she's giving me flowers, helping me without asking for help, and making tools for me. Taking me go karting on the school track after I said I'm not interested. This is a bizarre story. I feel slightly unsafe because I'm at the site alone and trying to remain professional. I'm meeting with the principal on Wednesday to talk about my boundaries and see if I can have a school key made. Mentally, I try not to let it stop me and my mural. Not worth it. Doing the best I can. Wonder if anyone experienced this behavior. I need a bigger cut to okay. Fuck no. Like, I know you're so nice. You're so nice. We need to knock it down a notch when you're professional. And it's just sometimes, like, I know this is I've experienced this, like, with guys especially, like, they will filter through what you say to find the words and recombine them in their head to hear what they want to hear. So unless you say exactly what you mean very directly, I swear their brain doesn't even realize that you're saying something different from what they want to hear. So if you haven't tried it yet, I would strongly encourage you to either say or message him and say, hey, such and such, I just want to let you know that the extra attention has been making me feel a bit weird. Even say, if it's true or not true, say, I have some PTSD and it's been severely triggered. I just want to let you know, for the rest of the mural, I would like to be left alone as much as possible. I'm behind, I'm stressing. Is that okay? I don't need help. I just need to be left alone. And just put it out there pretty plain. I would do it in person. Like, I might, mind you, when I'm snappy and I cannot even help myself. So that's a thing that sometimes is a blessing though. Like, you know, people don't appreciate it, but it got me out of situation like that where I'm like, you're not fucking with me because I'm not gonna let you, and I'm gonna call you out on this disgusting behavior, or like full on behavior. Because sometimes, like, guys, they are overbearing. They think they help. They see a girl struggling, and the natural instinct of a man, it's to help. However, life has brought them up to act in different ways. So not always they come across as helpful. They can come across as sleazy. That doesn't mean they have bad intention. It's just how their skills got them there. But you should definitely not feel like that. So yes, talk to the principal. But even when you talk to the principal, small and concise, just be like, hey, I don't know what's going on. However, I'm a little bit uncomfortable. Truth is, I don't need him and I don't need this extra attention. Can I have some keys? I'm really close to the finish line with this mural. And just make them aware, because definitely they can call him out and be like, leave the girl alone. She needs to finish the mural. It doesn't have to be a big deal. That's what I'm trying to say. Everyone here like agrees. Doesn't have to be a big deal, but something needs to be said. Cool. Your safety and painting, like I say this often, like we painting murals, we're not just slapping paint on walls. You need to be head in the game and focused. Leverage that shit. Just literally use these words. Be like, I need to be relaxed and focused in order to make a beautiful piece of art. And I haven't been feeling safe, relaxed, and focused. Just a little bit overbearing. I have PTSD. I literally have PTSD, so I abuse of that word because I think it's very important. Yeah, workplace health and safety includes behavioral safety, and I'm pretty sure you can go there. I just don't know how strong your boundaries were so far. If you just like we can mention them, or you can just be like, look, I'm gonna finish line, I want to be left alone, and this person is just very supportive, but it's overbearing and it's triggering me. Can someone do something about it? And just leave it there. But I would just confront him, and like not in like, as I said, like, guys don't hear something unless you're like so direct about it. I had a couple of recent instances that really proved this, and I was like, holy shit. Like, I even said sometimes very direct sentences, PJ style, and they even didn't get across. And I'm like, what? Like, I couldn't have been more direct and more like specific about what I meant. And this person was just like hearing what they had wanted. And I was like, wow, fascinating. So yeah, I feel for you, and I'm happy to also have a separate chat. So message me on WhatsApp, even when you're crafting the message or just before you go there next time. So we prompt you for how to behave in with your body language and with your just be boundaries. Like, just don't give a connection. But yeah, and then what else we got here? You need a bigger car to fit your stuff in. Welcome to the mural game. You're gonna be a nomad in no time with a van. Warmer weather. It's a challenge keeping my teen paints cool and skinless. Get some Fluorotrol. Fluorotrol. I'm gonna drop it here. Paint conditioner is a lifesaver. Fluorotrol, I think it's called like that, but I'm sure it's gonna pop up. And lastly, clothes. How do you keep your clothes clean and still soft after use? Good one. Just why they're not so clean? Paint is not gonna come off, but it's a honor badge to wear your stains, I suppose. Soft, I don't know. You can try to use, you probably have different water in New Zealand. I didn't even think about it. But like over time, you're gonna find the clothes that you like the most. I swear, like long clothes, like I use leggings from Lorna Jane because they're soft and they stay soft and they don't bother me when I'm painting. But I also use a lot of stuff from op shops. So I just chuck them in the bin and I go to the op shop again when they are like too short or too stiff, because I do want to be comfortable. But if anyone else has some tips, drop them in the comments here. But babe, you got this. Like, how close are you to the finish line? I wanna also for you guys to keep track of hours. It's a little bit tricky when you have like a setup that you have to fully redo every time you paint, like she's doing in the most painful way. But even then, please time the painting hours, especially on your first murals. First of all, because it's gonna show the fast improvement between one mural to another. So you're gonna literally see that you are becoming a faster painter, but also it's gonna give you your first quoting tools for when you need to quote the next mural, the next mural in the next job. All right, Shelly, she's on the call. What you got, girl?
Wins. Outreach is starting to gain more traction and having more discovery calls and meetings. It's not very much, but it is more than it was. And I'm starting to see the correlation between doing more outreach is getting me more feedback. So that is very encouraging. I just finished lettering and pinstriping a tow truck for my favorite client. And while it's not a mural, I do enjoy getting paid to paint his trucks, and it's really fun meeting the other people in the process. So I've started making connections with the other fabricators that he works with. So that's been really fun. Struggles is rainy season is here, and I feel my energy just absolutely tank. Like it's gray and it's cold. So
Should have come to Bali.
I wish that I'm so excited for all of you though. That's really fun. So, but yeah, any tips on keeping my energy up?
Yeah, so I'm actually going to be talking a little bit about it today. I think the time, winter time, can be maximized on in two ways. One is a little bit of self-practice and planning and narrowing down again on redoing, your online presence, like really trying to like work more on your business. and definitely planning a strong strategy for the good season when it comes around, and like have a strong campaign for indoor murals and treat yourself in a way. When I say treat yourself, like spend this winter embodying proudly the person that you have become. Like when I was in Poland, just having nice soft clothes to paint in and show up in that still made me feel like an artist, but be like, I'm comfortable in this clothes. Yes, I'm wearing a cashmere painted jumper that cost me $200. Not that I'm telling you go spend that kind of money, but it made me feel like I can, because this is my job, and it's my job in summer, it's my job in winter. And it just, I was kind to myself. Like even painting on the Polish job, I was having my breaks, I was having my teas, my coffees, and I spent still time networking. And the amount of people that were keen to talk about murals in the good season, because I was still giving them that feeling of like, it's cold now, but you're talking to a smiley, passionate person that will bring the ray of sunshine in your life all the way throughout until we can paint it. It felt like it was drawing people in. So long kind of answer, but
Keep going. Yeah.
Danny, I need you to mute yourself.
Sorry.
All
Yeah.
good. So what I'm trying to say here is like, the secret is if you keep your spirit up, it's gonna benefit you and your business. And just focus on indoor stuff, not just indoor murals, but indoor networking, the way you show up, and like use this season to really treat yourself and like embody, you know, the type of artist that you were too busy in summer maybe to be. But I don't know, we were actually talking about you yesterday. I don't know if your ears were ringing, but we were all so proud of the last videos where you're just like talking in front of the camera like a powerhouse. And we were just all saying, because there's some girls here in the program that has known you pretty much since almost when you started, and they were like, holy shit, I didn't know she's so, you know, brave and courageous. And I was like, she wasn't. You should see the Discovery Call video that I did with her. I hope you're really proud of how far you've come, and your portfolio has exploded. And it's gonna be a different winter season because you are a different artist, but you have to believe it, because I know the mood might take you back to to 1 year ago this time. Don't let it, because nothing is the same. Yeah.
Thank you.
Awesome. And I have also a shit ton of guys, you all have a lot of content to repurpose on social media, right? So just focus on that if you don't have anything to do during this low season, but outreach stays the game, and or go somewhere warm and do outreach and work there. Nothing is stopping you. You're not a tree. Travel and paint. And also, yeah, everyone is drooling over your sign writing skills, so I'm just gonna not even go there, because you know how I feel about lettering. Every time I see your stuff, I'm like, give me your hands. Oh, Rachel, I finally posted in a Facebook group and the world did not explode. No. Why only one?
Baby steps.
Yeah, but
It's a
once
start.
you already had the test, copying and pasting is like where it's at. You're just like, let's just do the next 10 in one. No, but good, proud of you. After living in absolute chaos for a couple of years, I'm starting to get my house back to half decent. Long story short, I was living by myself blissfully, and now there are 4 adults and a child here. Still blissfully, but with a touch of crazy. Happy house. Every time I talk to other people about my mural journey, my soul feels like absolute sunshine. Oh, that's where it's at. It's a new feeling for me, so it must mean I'm doing the right thing for myself. Yes.
Yes, absolutely.
And one of your side hustles is working at the stadium. Football season is over, and it's now concert season, starting with Metallica on Wednesday. Fuck yeah. This will be my first concert in this role. Like Metallica? Or
Yeah, the Metallica.
the Metallica is coming to Brisbane. Okay. This will be my
Metallica.
first concert in this role, and being a huge fan of live music, I'm a bit excited. It's going to be a massive few days, so Thursday will most likely find me on the couch all day in form of a potato. Fair enough. Struggle, procrastination, no one to blame but myself. It's been the way for many years. I think they need to get a big wall planner so it's right in front of my face, because time blocking works if I do it. I know. Procrastination, it's everyone's curse, I think. It is important to like the task and to look forward to them. Like there is no secret to it. If you do have some sort of ADHD, without being like massively on the spectrum, we are all somewhat on the spectrum. And when you have like ADHD, it just means that we cannot have internal motivators. Our motivators are only external. Our internal motivator is broken. That's literally what it is. External motivators are stuff like last minute, like time pressure, peer pressure, and rewards, a reward system. These are all external motivators. So instead of like blaming yourself for something that your chemistry cannot do, start leveraging the things that do work. So build a reward system, build pressure, peer pressure system. So even like couple up with someone for this program, message them, and they're like, hey, can you please like check the shit out of me every Friday that I've done my outreach for 30 minutes? I want you to make me feel absolutely bad if I haven't. And you can keep each other accountable if our accountability posts are already wearing off their efficacy. Totally fine. But like, yeah, find a new thing. I think I mentioned just to prove you that this is common at any level and in any industry, like in my program, like people like me and Sarah, like I told you there's this like website that's called, there's a couple now, you can literally jump on a Zoom call with a stranger and you for 20 minutes and you agree on one task that you're both going to be doing online while on that Zoom call for 20 minutes and keep each other accountable to finish that thing live. I do it now with Mikey. Ask Mikey. Mikey and I have literally meetings where I just go through a to-do list and she just essentially stares at me doing the things I said I'm going to be doing for the last 2 weeks. And I get them done in like half an hour. And it's like the most productive half hour we have together ever. And I feel so good after. And I'm always usually in tears or like fully crying because I've been procrastinating these small things. Like honestly, it always takes like less than an hour. And I'm like, fuck, why have I been sitting on it for so long? But it works. And Sarah like told me to do this. So it's not like, don't beat yourself up. Just find a way that will make it work. And it might not be ugly, it might not be pretty, but it's not you. It's just our spicy brains. And it's the wonderful brain that makes you paint beautiful things, but it's also the brain that needs extra juice to do anything, especially the boring stuff. But make it fun for yourself. Like again, treat yourself, give yourself some me time away from the house and chaos. Go to the library, go to a place that you feel a bit creative. There's so many beautiful outdoor places in Brisbane. I still believe that doing some dates with yourself as an artist is a good idea. And if that date will make you step into the I want to now become for a minute the adult representing my creative child, that can be a good combo. Like take your creative child out by yourself to an art exhibition, to a park, do some sketching, and then be like, okay, and now let's post in five Facebook group. That's it. You don't have to do much more than that, but you just have to get into that habit. Okay, I'm doing something for my creative child. My creative child wants to paint and wants to make money with their art because they want to feel valued. I'm going to help you today to get in touch with the people that do want your art. My little creative child. You take care of others. Take care of your inner creativity too. But I've been very proud to see all your practice and stuff. So, and this feeling that you're talking about, yes, nurture it. That's the secret. Nurture it. Give it the importance that it deserves. Because most adults out there are miserable because that feeling completely died. They let it go. They gonna struggle if ever get it back. Whereas you guys here on this call and people here in this place, we haven't. And it's so special. Yeah. Awesome. And yes, to the big planners though, I like them. However, like just like the 15 notebooks, the novelty wears off of those two. So like just little warning. Yesterday I had in-person 101 and I walked into this super fancy office and it has a massive monthly planner for the whole year and it was empty. And in my head I was like, it's almost the end of 2025. Should I make a comment? I decided not to. I'm working on my interpersonal skills. I'm very proud of myself. I've been holding back a lot lately. Milena, she's on the call. Whoa. What you got, girl? Oh, this is cool. Very communistic.
Yes. Yeah, that's a meeting that I just had. like yesterday. And so the director basically wanted some, there are like parents that are make a community in the school, and they run some things that they need like financially support. So the director said, okay, do something with the the staircases. It's massive, it's super old, and they are two of them. It's like 2 floors.
Mm-hmm.
And they have like no idea what they want. So I just had a meeting, and like I guide the lady through the process, how it is, like what I need to in order to do like a good project, to show them, and how the offer is created, and yeah, this kind of stuff. So we went through some like Pinterest inspirations, my murals, and yeah, I will just like give them an offer, and like a main one,
Have
with the
you
prices.
asked them if they have a budget in mind?
Yeah, I asked them. Like they don't know. It's always
Okay.
like the same
No, Milena, I
response.
have to again, I want to stop by the end of our time together. You're going to stop using words like they always, everyone does, it's
Mhm.
always the same thing. These are bad words to get attached to. It's not true. Not everyone, not always. It has happened in the past a few times.
Yeah.
You only negotiated but no number of murals. Like the amount of negotiations you did is a spit in the ocean of what I want you to do. So generalizing because you got a couple of rejections is very bad for the future opportunities. You're attracting that. So scratch that. The reason why people are not disclosing budgets with you guys in general is because you're not making them feel comfortable doing that. And it's not always the case. Sometimes they really don't know. But trust me, everyone knows how much money they're allowed to spend. They are a very big functioning business. They know if they have 10, 20, or $50,000 in their let's spend it on adding beauty to the school account. They are lying if they say they don't know. They don't know how much it will cost, but they know how much money they have set aside for it. So when I work up, I just want to remind you of my last negotiation with the school, because like I went there and I literally, my vibe was, I don't give a shit. I'm a high income earning artist. I can paint it. And I literally say, I can paint this cheap, or I can paint this for very well for a lot of money. It's up to your budget. I can give you 2 quotes, but if you tell me roughly how much you were thinking of spending, I can give you 2 solutions that are near that thing. So suddenly they're like, oh, I'm going to be wasting everyone's time if I don't come clean about it, and she doesn't give a shit. So you don't put that conversation in a like, this is a bargain. It's not a bargain. I'm just saying I can adapt to your budget. And if you disclose the budget, this negotiation will go faster and be more precise. So I know this is something to master over time, but I just want to take every opportunities on this call that I get. So thank you, Milena, for giving me another one to remind you guys this, because it was really a big shift for me to realize that that was literally all I needed to do. And it started happening only when I started feeling safe in my, in the fact that I would make money either way. So if you go there with the vibe of like, hey, if you don't want me, I have other people that want me. And I know it will take some confidence to get there. But if you give them that vibe, they suddenly they're like, oh yeah, okay, well, we have about 20 grand, but we want to spend it all. And then you're like, great, for 20 grand, I can paint this, or that, or I can give you something less. But with your offer, same thing. Don't start crafting this offer thinking, oh, they're going to reject it. If they reject it, they're not your client. Simple. Because your service has a price. That price you worked on with intention in your pricing strategy. So if they cannot afford it, they are not your client. Your job is not to guess what they can afford, is to give 2 options in a price bracket that your business model operates under. Take all fucking emotion out of it. When you guys do pricing, become a guy. Put your guy hat on. Think with your penis. That sounds wrong. No, don't do that. But like, take the emotion out of it and just be like, okay, this is my pricing. This is the walls. Now, with schools, however, and with such intricate access, you can really give a simple something. If you really want to paint it, it can be impactful, but you can do something like just shape at the top and really focus on detail at the bottom, or the other way around. So you can really find some good visual examples of a high intricacy and a low intricacy, of a high value, expensive, and a cheap and not expensive, and put them both in and be like, this is the low end, this is the high end. I can maybe work with something in between too. But you give them two price options that you believe in, that you deserve, and don't just pull the price out of your ass. Just look at your pricing strategy for this per square meter and just trust the process. Like, trust that this is, you know, what should be. I like two options, and then I make them in the email understand that a third one is possible if they like a combination of the both, but I give them the low range and the high range. This is an indoor wall, so you don't have to worry about like clear coats or anything like that. But I think the access is a little bit complicated, but you don't even talk about it. You just say, if this goes ahead, you have to provide me a scaffold and whatever, and just initially keep the offer simple. Yesterday, we went for dinner, and this menu had everything from Mexican to pizza to Balinese food to sushi. Mind you, it was a table of 10 mentally frazzled artists that just traveled from all parts of the world. These guys got given this menu in their head, and I looked up after 15 minutes that we were all sitting with the menu, and everyone was like not being able to do a decision because of decision fatigue. And I said out loud, I was like, isn't this a great example of how these guys are trying to give you too many offers and just made it fucking difficult for you? And it is true. Like, if you even have to reread something 2 times, your brain doesn't realize, oh, I have option A, option B. Just keep it simple, and everything else can be discussed. But make it simple for you, so you don't waste too much time on this offer. Because the last thing that I want to say on this topic is, like, I don't close every client still now. And I never closed every client back then. Your job is to get yourself around 15 opportunities every month. And I used to turn those into 5, like inspection quote people, 5 out of 15. And out of these 5, 3 would go ahead. Again, I want you really to remind you this. I don't just get a lead and I converted, get a lead and converted, get a lead and converted. It doesn't work like that. I wish it did. But so this might be either the one that goes ahead, or the next one that you need to do. If I told you need to hear 5 no's until you paint a good mural, would you go fast about getting 5 no? Yes or no? Like, you would power through that rejection if you were sure that at the end of those 5 rejections, there was a job. So it is kind of like that. So just power through the rejections, give quotes out fast, like almost like automated in your brain, you know, like there's a quote out, yes or no, next. Quote out, yes or no, next. Quote out, yes or no, next, until you find your numbers. I hope these guys help. I know it's quite brutal, but it is the game of numbers that we're talking about. We just really live in the emotion behind it all. When you start removing it, that's when you start just focusing on generating this number of opportunities and the process of quoting them. But approach it with like, oh, I don't know, the quote is going to be too high. No, you give them the quote from your business. That's all they're asking. Like, you don't go to a shop, or like, I don't go to a tailor for my wedding dress and be like, oh, I want this dress, but... And then the tailor stresses and being like, oh, I don't know if they can. No, the tailor just gives me the price. And then it's up to me. I can afford it or I cannot afford it. But it's, you know, your service is precious. Sorry, long waffle.
Yeah, there was a like before the meeting on the call, because like she found me on Facebook, I guess, the lady, and she asked me like what was the worth of the mural in the kindergarten. And when I said that, she's like, oh, only this? I thought it would be like a really like a big amount. And I'm like, oh fuck. First, it's cheap. Second, they were prepared to spend more money. So I think in general it's a good sign.
That
And
is a good, but again, like the work at the kindergarten was just an outline. So if they want an
yeah,
outline, right, give them, that's good. So give them in your two options. You can say, if you just want an empty mural with an outline, this is the price, and you're gonna exactly. So that's good. What you've done in my fancy Morgan world is called price anchoring. So that's very good because you price anchored something in their mind already. You have to now
mm,
use it in your offer. So you're going to give them a low price example of whatever you said that mural costed per the square metage they are expecting. And that unfortunately is going to be your low ceiling. But you're going to explain this is if you want an outline of a design in one color. Anything above that is going to cost more. And then the second price, if you want a full color, full background, opposite price, you give your high-end margin using your pricing strategy, not coming up with a new one. So you
okay,
got
that will be a really big number
that to who? It's a big
to
number to
me.
yeah, for you, but it's the number that has to be like you're not making up numbers, and guys, it feels scary. The first time you put a number that's like 5 digits, you're like, nobody's gonna pay that. It's not their money. The good news is like the person that you're dealing with, that's not their money, that's the school money. And if you don't want that money, they're gonna give it to someone else because there's someone out there not scared of those 5 digits. So you either gonna ask it, you say it's a lot of money, but when I'm gonna see you squatting on that ladder or scaffold for like 2 weeks and swearing and crying, you're gonna be, I should have charged double. So mark her words,
It's
guys.
always the
Everyone
same
here on the
after.
call.
Yeah. Yeah, I will do the offer and I will send it to you before sending to them, okay?
Yes, please. Yeah.
So yeah, you will go through this. And yeah,
Yes.
so that's it. And the other stuff is like, oh, I was working that Tina Tina inspired me to work some on like how to say it, to make my website better. So I was doing it like with the pictures that you did in Google. So it will be there. And the culture center director didn't respond yet. We'll see. And I'm starting a mural on Sunday, the kids' bedroom. So yeah.
Awesome. You've been painting a lot, so I'm so happy for that. And I think the momentum is happening. So just keep it up and don't be afraid. Just put it out there, guys. Prices, opportunities, just keep the momentum. That's what it means. Just keep it going out and coming in, going out and coming in. So you on it. Just don't be afraid.
Okay.
I'm excited for you. It's good stuff. Good stuff. Last one, Tanya. Tanya has absolutely tricked the shit out of me. I was like, girl, what the fuck? When did you pull this one off? I was on the Gold Coast. I didn't know nothing about this mural happening. I was like, what did I miss in the 2 calls that I skipped? And then she's like, it's a fake. And I'm like, oh, she's a master. Read it out.
Okay, so yeah, I did some projection mapping onto a mobile mural photograph that I created in June, just to add to my portfolio of skills. I did in-person outreach to Source Bulk Foods, who are a franchise here in Australia. They booked a decal mural, and at the install, they paid the remainder and booked me straight away for their summer window. It's quick
Nice.
client work for me. I can do it from home sitting here at my laptop, but it's not the kind of designing I really want to be known for because it's just replicating kind of internet designs that I haven't actually really created. They're things that they've seen on the internet and thought, yes, I can replicate it, you know. I heard back from 2 recipients of my mini murals that I sent out, little panels that I posted, that they have my details for the future. My struggle is that I posted the Chevron Island mural mock-up and it felt fraudulent posting something fake. My signwriter friend Jeff fervently expressed his disappointment when he drove past and realised the mural didn't exist. And I really respect his 30 years of professional experience, so I went back into the caption on LinkedIn, Facebook and Instagram and changed it to
Yeah,
clarify
I
it's a
thought
mural concept. But it did garner 1 inquiry from one of my old bosses, who's now the Deputy Chancellor of the University of Southern Cross. So that came through LinkedIn. Let's see what comes of it. That's it.
yeah, fuck yeah. Look, people will, that's the problem with choosing walls and photos of walls that are recognizable. So lesson learned here for everyone. Do not choose a wall that everyone knows where it's at. But definitely sharing that it's a concept. Like the only way that I don't do it is when I put it on my website, because if it's in the gallery, I can't really write that it's a concept. But no, you've done nothing wrong. And like you can respect his 30 years plus professional experience, but you just said it in that he has 30 years plus of professional experience. Most of these 30 years, digital concepts didn't exist as a fact. So you were trusting the experience of someone that is deeply rooted in very old ways. What you just did is a very modern technique that I can assure you, if it existed at the beginning of the 30 years of his career, he would have used too. So the fact that he's disappointed, you just disappointed someone rooted in ways that you are not using. So he was disappointed because he wanted to see it. Like he was disappointed because he was ready to celebrate some beautiful art. So don't take it too hard for what it is, because it's just mirroring a lot of things, not necessarily like calling you out on doing anything wrong. Biggest takeaways: don't use walls that are super recognizable. And yeah, say that it's a concept. But what I think it's important, and I'm proud of you, is that you did a very good concept. Why is this important? Because I know that you can pull it off and make it look exactly like that. So the fact that you guys can close the gap, between how it's supposed to look, to make it look professional, neat, credible, you're just honing the skills that ultimately will benefit your clients. So I don't think you've done absolutely anything wrong. If anything, you should be really freaking proud of yourself. And you are definitely like working on these skills now that you don't have too much mural work, and it is bringing in leads. So it literally worked. It worked. Like it's what was the point? And I would, and thank God you didn't take it down, just change it to this is a concept. And I would even double down to be like, do you know that when you hire me as a professional mural artist, you will get a mock-up of exactly how the design will look like before I paint it. So there is no miscommunication, no misalignment. I can give you even multiple options so you know what like it's gonna feel like, and I can align it to your color brands. Like use it as an example to show how powerful the tools in your business and your skills are. And this goes obviously for all of you guys, but there is you can either just like hide away from it or like really embrace it. And I think we should double down. Like we'll look at even the mural artists going full on the internet about using like the AI goggles. Like some of them are getting grilled, some of them are doubling down. Like we have a choice. We embrace the digital world or not. We embrace the mockups or not. We embrace the projectors or not. And standing in the middle is not benefiting anyone. So yeah, but these are great, and I honestly would use it for more outreach, and hopefully this guy is gonna want some murals. Very excited. That was it. Heard back for 2 recipients of mini mural outreach. They have my details for future. So what does this mean? That they said no and they're gonna keep your details for future? Just clarify this one for me, please.
They were little painted panels that I sent out to 25 of the largest organisations in Queensland, and yeah, they had my details on one side and a little mini mural about their business on the other side. And so yeah, I was just trying a different type of outreach, that was all.
That's fine. Yeah, awesome. I think even with the decals, like it's your easy do from home. I know it wasn't exciting because they wanted you to use their thing, but I also want to remind you there that you're building rapport with a very good company, and now you can have them in your client list. And it's definitely like a strong, I would even, have you concluded fully the job with them?
Yes, the first one. I'm working on the second one now.
Yeah, when you deliver the second one, send them maybe like a little extra thank you, and then be like, if you guys want to refer me to someone, I would really appreciate, like, be honest asking for referrals, and just be like, if you can think of anyone that can benefit of decals or murals, I'm looking to fill some gaps in January, or I can paint during the Christmas holiday if that's something you're interested in. And just sometimes people will think about someone if you make them think about it, but they won't go there with their brain by themselves. So I would definitely use this opportunity to ask them for referrals. Without necessarily, I think a company like that doesn't need incentives. Sometimes the person behind the scenes, if they really appreciated your work and how I know that you are amazing to deal with, so they're probably gonna feel really keen to help you if they can. But I would make a note to ask them when you deliver the second one. Yeah.
Thanks.
Awesome. And guys, just final thing, that was the last one, right? Yeah. Did I miss anyone? Did I skip anyone? Danielle hopped off, so probably not. The last thing that I want to remind you and start thinking about, if you don't have your client contacts in a tidy way, which is something throughout the program I'm pretty sure I invite you to do. Christmas is a good season. Don't leave it last minute like I did for many years, because it's going to be a nightmare. But if you can start compile all the list of your pre-existing clients and their addresses, start considering sending a handwritten card. So get the physical addresses in order in a spreadsheet. And I highly encourage you to consider to send them something, or send them just a card, thanking them for supporting your creative journey this year, and just, you know, saying that you still plan to be painting murals next year. So to think of you whenever they see a blank wall or hear someone needing your services. You don't even have to write that in the card if you don't want to. 1 year I did, 1 year I didn't. The year I didn't, I generally didn't need it, but I wanted to stay top of mind. That's what we're trying to do. Try to stay top of mind and try to make them feel special. It's still part of the client journey to thank them. I think it's genuine. Martha, you look stunning. Where are you going, girl? Woo! I was like, what's that?
My hair's I cut my hair off and I have to straighten it because when it's natural it's just like this. I'm gonna go meet another mural artist this evening. So also on brand.
Heck yeah, to networking. Amazing, guys. I feel like this was a very good call. Who here feels like they got a bit of value? Yeah, nice. I'm gonna go teach some webinars now. It's getting steamy. I'm gonna get some eggs in me and teach some stuff. But you guys enjoy your weekend, and yeah, and I'll see you Tuesday for the lecture time. I will share some big takeaways from the lectures here. So I hope you're excited. Bye bye.